Hello everyone, it is so good to see you. We've got a problem in Lumios City. And no, I'm not talking about the rogue mega evolutions. Forget about that, that's not important. I'm talking about the people, the heart and soul of Lumios. I've just been passing by people, occasionally stopping to chat, and some of them have some concerning things to say. I wanted to go around to try and find some of the most unusual and out-of-pocket comments from these fine folks. What will they say? I'm a little scared to find out. Come on, Pressure, we're gonna go and see if we can find what hurt these people. What I've noticed is that in the very first area around here near Hotel Z, everyone's pretty normal and chill. You talk to somebody and they're just like, oh wow, just came back home to Lumios, but wow, the city has changed. There's nothing too different and out-of-pocket as of right now, but I think once we get into the deeper part of the city, we'll find something weird. The people in this area pretty much have all the normal things you would expect someone from a Pokemon game to say. My Gumi is so adorably goopy. That he is a goopy lad. Aw, this poor guy, he's just trying to do his job as a cab driver, but I can't imagine how all these wild zones make things just a lot more difficult. It used to be that if you didn't have enough money for your taxi fare, drivers became so angry that they challenged you to battle. I mean, that's what I do whenever I don't have enough money for Uber, we just throw fists. I don't just deliver packages, I deliver wishes and feelings. Dang, make sure to thank your Amazon driver the next time they deliver your wish and feelings to you. I have to win big in the ZA Royale so I can afford my Pokemon's food. Is this your only job? To battle in the Royale? Just walk around, sell some mushrooms, find a nugget. There's gotta be better ways to earn money in this world than just battling all the time. Our complaints about all the redevelopment go nowhere. Oh my god, that's me in my city that's been fixing the road for like the last 2 years. Just keep walking. Eventually you're sure to get somewhere. Wow, that's either from a lot of life experience or from a magic 8-ball. Walking a dead-end path knowing where it leads, that is curiosity. Ma'am, your path has nothing but trash. Obsessing over beauty and arts or victory in battle will drive you mad. You know what? Yeah, you know, if you think too hard about it, it will drive you crazy. As an artist and a battler. I'm sick and tired of this life. I just want to smell Pokemon. I don't know about this one, you guys. I think we might need to call Officer Jenny for this one. I came here hoping to catch a glimpse of Canary from Dynamo. It's your dream simply to breathe the same air as Canary. You know, that's not the worst thing I've seen that people want from influencers and streamers. You know, that's just as long as it doesn't escalate. How are you supposed to get rid of Pokemon droppings? Is he talking about like the items that fall down, like this one right here, or let's keep going. All these people, and there are still days I don't speak to another soul. Man, you know, that's a mood right there. Don't even get me started. You know how you start collecting something and then you can't get enough of it? I can't get enough of that feeling. Yeah, that's like all of us with our clout these days. I tried eating a berry that my Pokemon was holding. Bad idea. Wait, especially if it was from this Pangoro. Dude, no! If you're hungry, there are better options. Look at the death glare that this man right up in his face is giving you. If you have to do that, I think you need to reconsider your options, my dude. This boy is about to maul you. Do you think Pokemon enjoy the alone time they get inside their Pokeballs? I guess it depends. Actually, what is your nature? This Pokemon is pretty quiet by nature. It's mischievous. Oh, he's just like me. I catch all my Pokemon with plain old Pokeballs. That's an OG right there. I hired a professional to train my Pokemon. What's the point? What's the point, man? I do it all myself. Watch. How you like that, huh? That Pokemon is going right into the box, where we'll probably never see it again. You only live once, whether you're a person or a Pokemon. Man, don't hit me with a YOLO right now. This is too early. We can't see into people's minds. All we can do is see each other. Wow, that's the truthiest truth that I've seen truth today. It's hard to explain to tourists why your city is the way it is. That's me every time somebody comes to visit San Francisco or like San Jose. I just I just don't know. This is just how it is. I'm sorry. Do Pokemon actually want to live alongside people in the first place? Oh, dude, are you okay? What is this, Pokemon Black and White? Someone get this man an Eevee to hug. Even losing once can bring you down for a long time. Hey, chin up, dude. You'll bounce back, I think. Time you choose to spend alone is still time well spent. You know, that's true. Everyone's got to recharge somehow. What disappears is gone, and whatever's left can only remain? Are you... You don't just casually sip coffee while waxing poetic in front of me like that. What do you mean by this? What about inside the mall? Do we got anything interesting happening inside the mall? What kinds of dreams do you think our Pokemon have all tucked away in their Pokeballs? You mean like the dreams when they're sleeping, or like hopes and aspirations? Because this is getting too heavy for me already. Another day of being woken by a Pokemon move to the face. I'm sure people that have pets can relate in some way or another. Do you think Pokemon remember their own evolution? You mean like, what do they feel when they're evolving? What do Pokemon feel when they're evolving? Does it hurt? Does it feel weird? When you shove a stone in a Pokemon's mouth so that they evolve, like, does the Eevee, for example, does it feel the spikes coming out when it becomes a Jolteon? Does it feel itself burn when it evolves into a Flareon? These things, we don't have the answers to these. Maybe I should be a Pokemon professor. Getting slapped with Baneri's ears sings so bad it'll make you cry. What? This? Weak. You know, it's days like this. You go for a walk first thing in the morning. The sun hasn't come out yet quite all the way. And you just wonder to yourself, like, what am I doing here? What are we all doing? You know, we're just trying to get by. We're just trying to... Screaming by on Pokemon battling alone is a tough life. See, you understand me right now. I found my person. There are some people that literally, all they do is Pokemon battle just to get by. And it's just like, man, that's gotta be rough, dude. We think it's fun. We have fun because it's in the context of a game, but what are we really doing in this world? I wonder if different kinds of Pokeballs are more or less comfortable for Pokemon to be in. I mean, I guess we assume the Luxury Ball, for example, they're nice and cozy because our Pokemon get friendlier to us quicker. When I'm given two options, I always want to choose both. Same, dude. That's me right now. But sometimes you're playing a game like Pokémon Legends ZA and both options just mean the same thing and nothing really actually matters, does it? Know why you seem to see couriers that look like me all over the place? It's actually always just me. Oh my gosh, the lore drop. It's not that they just ran out of models. No, they simply have the same man go from place to place every time you see a courier, dude. Well, that explains everything, right? If Pokemon do my work for me, then do they get my salary? Yes, that goes right to the food budget. Don't make Pokemon do your work for you unless they're specifically paid to do it. People only ever talk to me because they like my Pokemon. Oh my god, no. Popular by association? Swablu? Oh my god, no, you're fine. I'm sure you're lovely to talk to. Stop staring at the Swablu! Look at her! Oh my god, ma'am, I am so sorry. Look, I am trying to look at you. I know your eyes are up there, but I can't stop staring at the floof on the floor. The experience candies that give out experience points. I bet it was an adult who came up with that idea? What does that mean? A dev? I can feel my Pokemon jostling in their balls when it's time to battle. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that one. Remember, my young friend, comparison is the thief of joy. Wow, you know, I feel like it's the older people in this game that have the most profound things to tell me. There's a lot of words of wisdom I'm gonna take with me. Little nuggets of wisdom, you might say. I wonder if Pokemon also feel more at ease if their trainers stay close to them in battle. We're really getting to like the thoughts and feelings of Pokemon. I think we're finally starting to reach the point where Pokemon are people too. I can't begrudge the use for having time that I don't. Oh my gosh, dude. Come on, Grandpa, you got some years left in you. Don't let that get you down. I bring my best Pokemon with me so everyone will know what a big shot I am. Why would you just say that, dude? That way of thinking only reveals how small-minded he is. Dang. Roasted in broad daylight. TMs can't be used on people, right? Wait, what have you tried? How would a person even learn from what is essentially a CD, a disc? Don't eat CDs, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Don't do that. Everyone wants to become stronger than their past self. Words to live by. I feel like we're getting more like words of wisdom than like weird, strange, off-the-cuff things, but you know what? That's fine too. So what if I wear the same outfit every day? I'm expressing myself. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. That's right. My fixation on ghost-type Pokemon is simply love in a different form. We're gonna leave. We're leaving! I never think about the past or future. Instead, I treasure each moment of the present. Who says these things to just someone that walked up to them and said, hello? So what if I'm lost? I never know where I'm going in life. These people of Lumios are a little too relatable sometimes. If you hold on to the things you like and the things that are important to you, the rest of life will sort itself out in the end. Wow. Throw up that gif of that man writing while everything around him is on fire. Those were facts right there. Whatever happened to Professor Singamore's assistants? Dexio and Sina, weren't they? I always get blindsided when they just mention these characters' names out of nowhere. Like, where are they? Running empties your mind. It brings you closer to nothingness. I don't know why I'm thinking of like the lonely, sad kind of nothingness. Or maybe that's a me thing that I should be working on. I really want to move, but the rent is just... I know. Goods may get cheaper, but the rent just doesn't go down. There are some people on the writing team that they're just going through some things, and I relate to so many of these more than I feel like I probably should. Maybe it's time you start looking to the future instead of staying stuck in the past. I can't forget that Pokemon I failed to catch. I wonder if I'll ever run into it again. This could have been about anything, but it's about like, oh man, I couldn't catch that Pokemon. I guess I gotta wait for it to respawn again. That could have been much heavier. Hey, for water type moves, do you think Pokemon use their sweat or other bodily fluids? We're gonna just move on from that one. I got nothing. The scents of Pokemon leave deep impressions in our memories, you know. Saying that as if I've ever smelled a Pokemon before. What does a Pikachu smell like? Does it smell like burnt fur from the electric attacks? Or does he just smell like rat? If Pokemon keep multiplying, maybe in the future it'll be the humans who are mates of battle. What? Excuse me? Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine a world where like Pikachu throws a Pokeball and then the human comes out and he's like, Richard, and then it's like the most cursed thing I've thought about since I started doing this today. I don't want to work. There are Pokemon out there. Yeah, I know, man. I feel you. I was totally stalking this one guy in the ZA Royale so I could beat him and go up a rank. Yeah, there's just no good way to respond to that. Can we talk about something else? Oh my god. You ever just go to your friend and be like, yeah, I stalked a guy today. I stalked him for my own self-betterment. Oh my lord. My Inkay is, well, it's Umkay. Boo! Boo! I'm leaving Brad here. I'm no way, I'm done. Can't deal with this right now. Even if you don't know the first thing about arts, anyone's free to say what they do or don't like. Welcome to the wonderful world of graphic design. I wonder if my first ever Pokemon will be with me till the very end. Every single elder that I've talked to has to say something about the end of their lives. Like, are they okay? Oh, I feel bad for all of them, but also something to think about. How long do these Pokemon live for? Will they live until we reach our end? I don't know. If one person loses something, another person gets to find it. I feel like a lot of these people, they just like open a bunch of fortune cookies and put whatever they had on there on these dialogue options. There's a lot of people to talk to. Did they think of all this on their own? The city smells different after it rains. Is it something to do with all the new Pokemon? I think that's the Pesticore? Is that what it's called? Hold on. Never mind. The actual term for the smell after it rains is called petrichor. Petrichor is an Italian word for fisherman. I don't know how I got that mixed and confused. I've got to recapture the wonder from when I first became a trainer. You know, this whole entire game, this whole series, the Legends series, I've seen a lot of people just kind of come back to it, you know? They didn't really have the feel for Pokemon anymore, but the Legends series in particular, and also Scarlet Violet for like the open world stuff, I've seen people just kind of get back into it. They refound that magic, and that's wonderful. I don't know, maybe we should just leave it off of that. The NPCs of Pokemon games, they usually don't really say anything meaningful. They'll usually just say normal stuff that you would normally find in a Pokemon game, like, oh, you should throw your Pokeball when a Pokemon is weak to capture them. But in this one, there's just so many profound things that come out of their mouths. Some of them make me very sad. But I just wanted to take a little stroll around the city and just find what kind of silly things that these NPCs would be saying, and there were some weird ones. And there's a lot of stuff around here that I still haven't seen. It's a large city, not a huge area, of course, but there is a lot to look at. But yeah, if you've seen or heard any weird things from these NPCs that I might have missed in this video, please let me know. There are some really like unhinged thoughts from some of these characters, and just, you know, overall everything from thoughtful, insightful nuggets of wisdom to people having an existential crisis. We're a varied bunch here in Lumios City. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this silly little video amidst all the criticism you might have seen this game receiving. We'll likely give some of our own deeper thoughts soon. Thank you all so much for watching. Till we meet again.